So in this video, I'm going to talk about why you need to be increasing your salt if you have migraines. And there's several reasons. There's a condition called hyponatremia. Basically, that's low salt in your blood. Normally, your blood should be salty, and most of the sodium should be outside the cell, and then you have potassium inside the cell, and both of those together form an electrical charge, which gives you kind of like a battery in your cells, which creates a voltage in your nervous system, activate muscles, and also allow the nervous system to work correctly. One of the top symptoms for hyponatremia, low sodium in the blood, is headaches and migraines, okay? But that's not the big reason why you should consume salt if you have migraines. It's this: people who suffer from migraines have a mutation in the potassium channels in their cells. Okay, they're stuck wide open. So if you have a problem with that channel that's stuck open in the brain, you're going to get excited nerves, and that's going to create a lot of electrical problems in the brain. In fact, there's some really interesting research on that. I'll put the link down below. But right now, they're looking for some way to block potassium in the treatment for migraines. Now, there's some other interesting data in other studies, I'm going to put the links down below, that indicate migraine headaches lessen when you increase sodium. So why would that work? Because if you have open potassium channels in the brain that are giving you way too much potassium in the brain, guess what's happening to the opposing mineral? Since potassium and sodium work together, you're going to create this major imbalance. Why not just increase more sodium to help balance out this potassium? Since the sodium-potassium ratio is very important, and then if you increase more sodium, you'll naturally bring these potassium channels down. So this is what I'm going to recommend. So right before your headache, start consuming more salt. So instead of doing the normal recommended amount, which is 2,300 milligrams of sodium, do more 4,600 milligrams of sodium. Now realize that when you're looking at sodium chloride, salt, only 40% of that is sodium. 60% of that is chloride. So I'm recommending several teaspoons of salt per day to get that sodium where it needs to be. So you can put it on your food. You can mix like 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt to your water, like an 8-ounce glass of water. Drink it down. Now, one little simple thing that you can do to see if this is going to work is when you get a migraine, put a little bit of salt underneath your tongue and see if the migraine diminishes. If it does, then you probably have this problem and you can be helped by simply adding more sodium to your diet. Now, I want to talk about all the reasons why you can be deficient in sodium that go beyond just not having enough salt in the diet. If you have adrenal insufficiency, as in Addison's disease, you're going to be losing a ton of salt. That could be one reason. When you increase more glucose in the diet, you're on a high carb diet, you're going to be retaining sodium, but it's going to be unavailable. It's going to be trapped within the fluid retention that you have, so that sodium won't have the freedom to do other functions. If you have diarrhea or vomiting, that can create a deficiency of sodium. If you're on a diuretic, that can also create a deficiency of sodium. If you drink lots of water, that will dilute your bodily fluids and give you low sodium in your blood. Blood loss, let's say you have heavy periods every month, that can give you low sodium. And especially if you have excessive sweating, you're going to lose a lot of sodium. You don't lose typically a lot of potassium, you'll lose a lot of sodium. If you had some major burn in your body, you will also lose sodium. So in this video, I just wanted to give people who are experiencing migraines something natural that they can do to hopefully reduce the intensity. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.